10:30. I am charging my car, 56%. There's a bunch of other cars charging. I was at a show in Palm Springs tonight, which was really fun. And I came out early and I got dinner and was charging my car. And so when I plugged it in, it said you'll be about 80 to 90% full in an hour. And so I went and had dinner. When I came back, something happened, and it was like charging at a slower rate. So it didn't. So I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna have to charge on the way home. It's about 2 hours, little over 2 hours with no traffic. It took me almost 3.5 hours to get out here because it was Friday rush hour in Southern California. But then this is the downside. I've been an EV owner. What's up, Concerned? I've been an EV owner for 7 years now. It's my third EV. Overall, love EVs. But this is when it becomes a problem. What has happened in the last 2 to 3 years, there has been something like a 300% increase in electric vehicle purchases in the United States. And the infrastructure has not kept up with it. So there was some problem with the one I was at. It's supposed to be a fast charger where it charges your car in about 50 minutes or so. They're called level 2 chargers. And there's EV Go, which is now owned by Shell Oil. And then there's ChargePoint, which is, I don't know who owns it. They're their own company, I think. And then there's a lot of other ones. So the show was supposed to start at 7, but there was a mistake, so we actually started at 6:30. So it was an early show. I was done by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then I had about 80 or 90 miles left in my car. My car has a 300-mile range. And so I tapped into like 60 miles heading back west towards LA. And Palm Springs, for you don't know, is about 130, 140 miles due east of Los Angeles, out in the desert. You take the 10 freeway, basically. So this is a problem. And I've noticed this just in the last couple of years. I then hit 3 different fast chargers. They all were either broken or needed repairs, or there was the one where everything was working was at a mall. And I've never seen this before. There was 10 to 15 cars waiting to get into about 8 charging spots. Boa noite. 6876, 6875 New NYC. Boa noite, mi amigo. And so one was just full and it was just too long. So I kept driving. I'll just keep driving. And then my mileage was like 40 miles, 30, 25, 50. And then so it added an extra like 30 to 40 minutes trying to find a charger. And what I've noticed, and this is a problem in America. Joe Biden, when he got elected, said he was going to spend all this money on infrastructure. And part of the infrastructure was going to be more EV chargers. I've seen a few more chargers get installed. That I have seen, but not nearly enough. And then part of the infrastructure that isn't enough is then these machines need to be repaired. Right? And so then they're not getting, there's these long delays when the machines go down. So first of all, you need to spend the money on building these charging machines. And that's what some of them look like right here. There's one right there, right? But then you need an infrastructure of maintenance and repair people with trucks and equipment or whatever that needs to fix these things. So whenever they go down, someone can come out in a relatively fast, within, 12 to 24 hours to get it fixed. That costs money. And the Biden infrastructure plan didn't work. Do I think Trump is going to be better at this? No way. I mean, this is why I vote third party, because it's all nonsense. And just from a business standpoint, if you have all of these, when I first bought my first EV, which was in the fall, it was like October of 2017. There was not nearly as many EVs on the road. No way. Now, all these car companies have EVs. They all have 300-mile ranges and all this stuff. That just from a business standpoint, there's all these EV owners. So I would think so these companies would want to be spending more money on infrastructure, because here's the thing. Like, I stopped and had dinner at a Del Taco because it was by the charging. You know, and if you put a coffee shop or vending machines or stuff like that by these machines, but you know, then there's other money to be made. Not to mention the money you make on this electricity is being marked up. So it's crazy. This is fortuitous that you are up tonight. I forwarded your Bitcoin live video with the woman whose name I can't remember 2 days ago, and now we can't find it on your channel. So as usual, it looks like they're hiding you in the algorithm. Oh, you're talking about Christy I, yeah. EV charging gas mandate, you hippie. That's funny. It takes decades to do anything to help Americans, but we could rush to ship arms to Israel every week. Israel literally said they would have to stop the bombing in 5 days if we missed a shipment. Oh, I know. Isn't it weird? Oh, we can't fix the infrastructure. We can't fix this. Oh, Ukraine gets what, $120 billion? Israel gets $23 billion in just the last year on top of the $3 billion a year we give them. All these foreign countries get money, but we can't have a good, sustainable infrastructure. I mean, this is just from a business. Like, you would think these companies would want to be making money off of more charging. What's up, Annabelle? Why would they create a good infrastructure and products if the investors can make money waging war and and pillaging resources? I know. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And it's like, in this capitalist hellscape that is America, there's money to be made on EV charging. You know? Where am I? I'm somewhere in... I don't even know where I'm at. I'm in like Claremont. Yeah, I'm in Claremont, California. I did a show out in Palm Springs. So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, if I had a lot of money, I would invest in these charging machines. You know? Like, and I would invest in maintenance guys to come out and fix it. So this is the kind of stuff that happens then when people go, oh, I'm not buying an electric car because it's going to take too long or whatever. Now, it also depends on, so I live in an apartment building where there's no charging. So I have to find charging outside of where I live. Now, if you live somewhere where there's even just a regular 120 outlet, you can charge overnight and then you're really good. Yes, Annabelle, the show was very fun. We had a good show. It was Jamie Kaler was on the show. He opened. He was very funny. And then Brian Kiley went last. He's a very funny man. The social engineering done in this world is, quite frankly, impressive. They have made it so even good people are stained irreparably. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I got here just in the nick of time because now there's like 2 cars waiting. When I got here, these were all empty. You know, and there was this other place I was just at. There was 4 machines. 2 of them were broken. And then there was a line, and I was like, I had to get out of here, you know. EVs are super expensive in Australia. I'd love to get one. You know where they're really cheap? China. And because when I was in, whoops, lost my light. because when I was in Thailand, they have this app called Grab, which is kind of like Uber. And so it's like ride sharing and they deliver food and all this stuff. And this woman picked me up and I said, this is a really nice car. And it's all electric. She said, yeah, it's all electric. And it's a Chinese car. And she told me the price of it. And she told it to me in Thai baht. And I calculated it was about $11,000 or $12,000. Chinese electric cars are about 11 or 12 grand. Now we put all these tariffs on them in America. But I was like, if I lived in Thailand, I could have a really nice, like comfortable seats, all the bells and whistles, electric car with about a 300-mile range for 11 grand, 12 grand. This car, my Chevy Bolt, and I love my Chevy Bolt, was about 25, 26 grand, and that was with $14,000 in rebates. Isn't that nuts? When are you going back to Southeast Asia? Hopefully late January, February. I'm just waiting on putting this like tour together. EV car ownership bonus. You get to see celebrities charging the cars. Good to meet you, sir. Nice, thank you. Grant, don't give out your location. There are drones. Yeah, I know this. I've worked with the corporations for my entire career. As I'm sure we all know, there are not really very bright people. The only reason they even have EVs is because of the fear of missing out. Yeah, I know. So I've got about 15 minutes left. I always wonder what is actually happening. The motive can't be something petty like just greed activity. The greedy are too easy manipulated. Is it vanity, spiritual warfare, scientific curiosity? Could be, or just stupidity. I'm hoping to travel to Japan next year. Can't wait. Oh, I love Japan. I'm hoping to go to Japan in the spring and see the cherry blossoms. They don't even let us look at Chinese EVs. We can't even get them here. They won't even sell them here. Even with big tariffs. You'd think like, all right, you can sell them here. We're going to put a big fat tariff on them. We can't even get them here. And they're amazing. It's insane. It's really, really insane. You can do a super chat to support the show if you'd like, folks. Also, my new album, A Socialist Christmas with Graham Elwood, is available right now on iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify. Boop. So please download the album. Give it a good review. That stuff helps the algorithm. Share it on your social media. Never ascribe to malice, which can be adequately explained by stupidity. Great point. Yes, it is because they would be too competitive with our EVs. Yep. Biden is pardoning his whole family, I hear. Yep. Yep. Everybody gets off the hook. Everybody gets off the hook. So dumb. So crazy. Oh, also, yeah, A Socialist Christmas with Graham Elwood is available. The download is available on iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, and you can pre-order the vinyl if you'd like. My first Christmas back in Melbourne for many years, lots of changes. Oh, wow. Anybody said that China actually makes the best EVs in the world? Somebody said that China, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Half of the parts in this Chevy are from China. Like, China's pretty good with technology, man, and that's what an EV is. That's what green energy is by and large, is its technology. So they're pretty good at that. Yeah, you can pre-order the vinyl. Get that. Wonder Biden is worried about what happened to the CEO exec in New York will happen to us. Yeah, I mean, I don't advocate for anybody to get a gun and do that stuff. But I certainly understand. Some guy's car went nuts. The part of me that believes in the good of people cannot accept the state of the world just happened because we are stupid. This horrible experience has to be on purpose. Yeah, there's some very evil people that are in power and they're doing a bunch of horrible things. And they're getting it's really bad. What's up with the drones? I don't know, man. There's drones everywhere. Drones, 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 drones. One thing I know for certain, if more CEOs get clipped, suddenly there's going to be a bipartisan gun control bill that'll just pass like really fast. It'll just like boom, bang, it's passed. Oh, wow, how'd that happen? We've been trying to get gun control for like 20 some years in this country. What happened? Oh, no, suddenly we figured it out. I miss government secrets. We're still doing it, dude. We do it twice a month. We'll do it next Wednesday. We were both traveling a lot, like in August and September, so there wasn't as many, but we're doing them every other week. Every other week, you can watch Government Secrets. Trump 2, the whole world is holding its breath. I don't know. I think a second Trump presidency is going to just be, he's going to do the tariff thing, which when he did it his first term, it created a trade war. He'll give a tax break to wealthy people like he did the last time. And all of this, like Elon Musk and all this crazy business, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. He lost his mind when with exotic sports cars, there's some sort of black market for them. I wonder if there's some way to get a Chinese EVs on the gray market. I don't know. That's a great question. Will they ever go after the Seth Rich laptop? Yeah. We're not going to see that. We're not going to see Hunter Biden's laptop. We're not going to see any of these creepy laptops. We're not going to see any of it. We're going to see more hidden shit. Love the album. Me and my brother have been making biodiesel for a few years now. It's a similar technique to making lysop. Nice. Right on. Great seeing you on Status Quo. Yeah, it was fun being on Status Quo. Status Quo was really fun. It was a cool show. I've never done anything, but do you suppose I could get a pardon to put in my pocket in case something goes... You rock a green jumper you call sweater. Nice. Why does the Luigi investigating feel like it's all fake? I know, there's very suspect things about that. Is that a car or drone you're sitting in? Oh, I'm sitting in a drone. I'm sitting in my own... I have a billionaire cock rocket. I'm going to fly around the planet. It's really exciting. It goes with my 10 yachts. I got 10 yachts. 9 just felt like, I don't know, like 9 yachts just doesn't feel right. Like 10 yachts feels right. 10. Yeah. Yes, I am tired. And having to stop to find a charge. After all these chargers were broken, like I should be almost home by now, but instead I'm going to be home in another hour or so. I remember when my friend wouldn't buy a Honda because it wasn't made in America. Humorously, that Honda was made in Marysville, Ohio. That's funny. 1 yacht for each ocean. Absolutely. And you don't want to ride around. And there's seas and stuff. You don't want to have the same yacht going to all the different oceans. I mean, it's just gross. Can you imagine if people, like, let's say you were in the Caribbean on a yacht and then took that same yacht to like the South Pacific or something? That would be gross. How long does it take to charge? Like Shatner and Pressure long? Yes. Oh, we lost our light again. We lost our light. We lost our light again. Oh, there's the light. Transporting Caribbean mussels. I got about 10 minutes left, but I might wrap this up soon because I still have to drive home. I got about 50 miles. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Annabelle's correct. I am tired. Do you think that East Palestine incident will ultimately lead to government declaring eminent domain? I hear they are doing that in Western North Carolina. Any truth to this? I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if they used a natural disaster as a land grab. They've done that in the past. I mean, they did that after Katrina. Wouldn't shock me at all. I haven't studied those two particular things, so I can't speak on it specifically, but it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me that these assholes do anything. Anything they can do to squeeze us, steal our land, squeeze another nickel out of us, profit off of our deaths, like anything that these monsters can do, they'll do it. They'll do it. So I listened to Duopoly Bluegrass on the album, the Bluegrass song. Listen to the lyrics. It's not really a Christmas song. It's a Bluegrass Revolution song. I was hoping to catch you charging your EV. You are. Do you want to hear about evil in North Carolina? I have friends and family that live in North Carolina. I'm going to be seeing them soon, so I'm going to hear all about it. I can't stop laughing at your Xmas album. Looking forward to your set this Sunday. Oh, thanks. And they wonder where there are assassinations going on. Yeah, I know. The Christmas album was so fun to make, and I'm going to shoot a music video for Duopoly Bluegrass this Tuesday and put it up. I recorded a little Darien thing that I'm going to edit and put out to promote the album, because I'm going to try to drop at least a couple of weeks in the next 2 weeks, almost something every day that I can to promote it leading up to Christmas. So, all right, guys, I'm going to take off. I got to drive back home. You're fantastic. Yeah, if you can't come to Ron's show, if you're in LA, we're doing a show Sunday night at Flappers at 7 o'clock that I'm on. Ron's doing his whole play and everything. I'm one of the opening acts, so it'll be a lot of fun. Check it out. And of course, get A Socialist Christmas on iTunes and Amazon and Spotify. They need to make a sequel to Idiocracy. Well, we're living in it. Idiocracy, turns out, was a documentary. I'll see you guys Sunday if you're in LA, and then Government Secrets next week on Wednesday. And like I said, buy the album, give it a positive review on iTunes or whatever. All that shit helps. Those little analytical thumbs up stuff, all that stuff helps. Take care. We'll be at the show in spirit. Say hi to everyone. I will, Annabelle. You guys have a wonderful night or day or whatever it is. Happy holidays. Have a good weekend. And I will speak to you guys soon. And remember, shave your knuckles for justice. Boom, 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 boom.